and so much entertainment scheduled for 2026. I mean, we're talking about from the pageant, Blueberry Hill, the factory, Del Mar Hall, Enterprise Center. I mean, all the acts and groups that I'm talking about. I mean, holy moly. What a terrific list that was put together here. Unbelievable groups throughout the 2026 year. I mean, it's impossible. I'm trying to look down and just try to grab. You got a Neil Diamond tribute band coming to the factory January 9th. How about Morrissey? You don't know who Morrissey is, producer Rye, but that's all right. See, I already know you, and I know who you know and who you don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
How about the Red Knot Chili Peppers? Del Mar Hall, January 15th. A lot of really good bands. The Phil Collins Experience, January 17th. Checking out, going down the list here. Moving in to February, Hudson Westbrook at the factory, February 5th. You got some other groups here. I'm going down the list now in February. Rez is at the factory, February 13th. Let's see here. It is interesting. Oh, Eric Church with 49 Winchester at Enterprise Center, February 21st. So as you can see there, and it starts to pick up too as we get out February, getting into March. The Dropkick Murphys with the Aggrolites and Haywire are going to be at the factory February 24th. 9 Inch Nails, February 25th at the Enterprise Center. So you start to see some of the other groups are leading you into spring. And when you get to March, Christopher Cross is going to be at the factory March 1st. Zach Bryan, country singer, March 7th, going to be at the Dome at America Center. So as you can see, some of the bigger stars starting to come in some of those places that you have. Also, as I look down, because there are so many, especially when we hit the summer or the warmer months, that are going to be in town. New Edition with Boys to Men and Tony Braxton are going to be at the Enterprise Center on March 27th. That'll be an interesting concert. Boy, take me back in the Boys to Men, baby, getting back to St. Louis. Third Day with Zach Williams at Chaffetz, April 11th. You got Brandon Lake with Franny Cash at the Enterprise Center on April 12th. Yeah, some other. Okay, there's a lot. I mean, there's so many. Ann Wilson's going to be at Stiefel April 25th. And then I guess, okay, May is when it really starts to pick up too. Keith Sweat with Drew Hill and Genuine. That's at Chaffetz, May 1st. Melissa Etheridge is going to be at the factory May 1st. Bring Me the Horizon, May 11th at Enterprise Center. Triumph, the Rock and Roll Machine Reloaded Tour at Hollywood Casino, May 17th. So, Phil Wickham, Chaffetz Arena, May 23rd as well. And then June, the outdoor places just start to really pick up. June 5th, you've got Hardy out at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. That's another big one. Megan Maroney, country star at Enterprise Center, June 13th. Machine Gun Kelly with Wiz Khalifa and Mod Sun at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, June 24th. I mean, there are, and that just takes you into July and some of the ones that we've been talking about. Evanescence, it's going to be out at Hollywood, July 28th. Forrest Frank, July 25th at the Enterprise Center. And where else are you? I know we had some other, I thought it was before August, but yeah, Guns N' Roses, of course, August 16th at Busch Stadium. Motley Crue, August 19th at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Chicago and Styx, August 24th out at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. So you start to see more of those. I mean, Train and Bare Naked Ladies, Hollywood Casino, August 11th. So a lot of concerts. And then, of course, as you get into September, you've got AC/DC out at the Dome at America Center. That's September 8th. So those are just some of the headline ones that I could see. But I mean, there are tons of concerts that pick up 2026 all throughout the St. Louis area and all of the sites. Tons and tons of acts and musical acts. And I'm sure our guy Patrico will be covering that on his Sounds of STL. And if you haven't checked it out, look him up. Terrific show that Patrico does here on the network as well when it comes to the music scene all throughout the St. Louis area. And of course, we know that St. Louis loves its music, loves its entertainment, and we try to focus a lot on that as well. We are Art City Now. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Glad you guys jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. We're up and running now. Appreciate you guys jumping in. We'll reset some of those things as well when we start into the 7 o'clock hour, because we know people come in at different times. And then, of course, some people heard the content, some people did not, but there's still a lot to get to from that standpoint too. We appreciate you guys jumping in and being with us, liking, subscribing, sharing the show, of course, letting us know whatever else you have going on throughout the area. We'd love to promote. We'd love to really focus on the charities and the charitable work of people. If you want to promote your business, your bars, whatever the case is, we do a lot with the business side of things all throughout the St. Louis area as well. And of course, if you guys have ideas, let us know. If there's interviews that you guys want to hear, interviews from that standpoint that you guys think we should do, give us the information. We'll promote. We'll do that as well. Okay. So we got that going on. Producer Rice fixed that issue. We're good to go from that standpoint. Also, and we'll get into the story coming up after the break, but the SLU men's soccer team left yesterday. They left campus on their way to North Carolina, where they will play in the NCAA Final Four tomorrow night, with a chance to make Monday's national championship soccer game. They're representing the Billikens, of course, SLU is, in the College Cup. And it was fun to see the team get a send-off yesterday. Once again, just reminding people of SLU and St. Louis being a soccer city. There are so many really good soccer cities across America, but the oldie, the goodie still remains St. Louis. So much talent coming out of this area, men and women, over the years and for a long period of time. And of course, we love and there's some younger St. Louis kids that are dominating in the high school ranks too, that I think you could see on the national team coming up. I mean, we've had some of those younger guys here in the St. Louis area and women do well over the years. And of course, we'd love to promote it as much as we possibly can all the time. So we'll come back. We'll talk about that. The Michigan Sharon Moore wow story, rocking college football. Is Missouri's offensive coordinator going to be the new head coach at Washington State? We'll get into that. The charitable work that's being done all throughout the St. Louis area right now. The Salvation Army could use your help as well. Plus, stories of people helping. And you don't have to have a lot of money to help. You don't have to have an organization. All you have to have is a desire and a heart to do so. Those stories and more coming up. We'll be back. We'll take a quick break. We are your Lou Information Station, and we are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust, back with more right after this. Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Happy Thursday, December 11th. We are rocking and rolling here, taking you to the top of the hour at 8 o'clock. Waking up St. Louis each day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., with a focus on St. Louis as much as possible. Also, the national headlines that are making news, that are talkabouts, the water cooler talk, those sorts of things, promoting area businesses, charities, things from that standpoint. And of course, sports is a lot of what St. Louis is, and it's a lot of what we do as well. So all of those things in the mix on X, Facebook, and YouTube. That's where you can stream us Monday through Friday. You can also call if you want to, 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Here, bringing you stories. If you guys want to jump in, say hi, let us know where you're listening from as well. We love it when you guys do that as well. So we're here. We're ready here all the time, doing what we can do. Okay. Coming up at 7:30, we will be talking with our guy, Charlie Metzner. He is the director or the CEO, founder of the St. Louis Hero Network. He has come into the show before. They have a terrific organization that did something recently, that putting money together for firefighters when it came to brand new furniture in all, I repeat, all of the St. Louis houses. It was a tough situation because, you know, when you don't have a lot of budget and there's tight budgets, the last thing people are thinking about is furniture. But you need it. Broken down furniture was what they were dealing with. So what the St. Louis Hero Network was able to do, and they're constantly doing things throughout the year. And we're going to talk with Brian Metzner, the director and founder of the organization, coming up just after 7:30. Is they were able to help, over 600 city firefighters. They put together money and were able to put brand new furniture in all 30 engine houses in the St. Louis area, plus the 2 locations that are at Lambert International Airport, getting new furniture, raising money, just doing local nonprofit. They support the first responders. They were able to raise $160,000 to make this possible. Also, huge shout out to Kettle River Furniture. Once again, Kettle River Furniture, who put up more than $40,000 worth of brand new furniture to make this happen for the city firefighters who are all over the place. And then once again, it's a stressful job. We know about that. A lot of times, you don't hear about police or fire or first responders unless something goes wrong. Kind of like referees. You just don't get respect, and you should. You absolutely should. So the firefighters are talking about it being just an amazing gift that was given to them, and they're grateful for that, and they should be. And we're grateful for the St. Louis area for doing what they did, and especially Charlie and his crew for making this event happen, for making the money available, for making sure. So we'll get more of the details, what kind of furniture, how long it took. Plus, you got the 12 Bars of December event that is getting ready to start. I don't believe it has begun yet, but it should be very, very soon. We'll talk to him about that to make sure people understand what's going on there. I'm Vic Faust, producer Rise alongside as well. Thanks for joining us each day as we come in and talk and do what it is that we do here. The Blues play tonight as well. They are in Nashville, in Nash Vegas, to see if they can get a victory. Obviously, they had won 2 in a row. They came home for a game, lost to the Bruins. They were really beat up by a big, fast, physical Boston team. But now you have an opportunity to get back on the winning track against a team that's actually below you in the division. And the Blues have played better on the road. For whatever reason, they're not as good with the home cookie. They're better on enemy territory's ice. They're under 500. It's not like they have a winning record. It's just they're a little bit better. They are right now 11, 13, and 7. And they got, 11, 13, and 7. And they're trying to just get back to that 500 mark. It's very, very, very congested all throughout the NHL, especially in the Western Conference when it comes to the playoffs. But you got to see where they are. I mean, in 9 games, they're halfway through the season. Now, 9 games will be a total of about 3 weeks. So, by the end of December, you're looking around that time, about being halfway through the season already. And that's when you really got to start making your mark. We'll see who the Blues put in net tonight. That's kind of become a story with the Blues. Is it Joel Hofer or is it Jordan Binnington? This is not exactly the time of year where Jordan Binnington is at his best, at least in years past. Jordan's usually his best when it means the most. And that's just how he is. And there's no problem with letting Hofer do what he's doing in the time that he's doing right now. He got off to a terrible start, but he is playing a whole lot better from that standpoint. So love to get him, love to promote, and do everything we can there. Hey, by the way, Mizzou football, they have their bowl game December 27th. The Gator Bowl, it's actually a pretty good bowl game in Jacksonville, Florida. The primetime game that night. And, of course, they're playing Virginia, who's ranked 19th. Mizzou's a 7-point favorite in that game. That's a big point spread against a team that's ranked 19th, and they don't have Missouri ranked. That shows you the bias in polling. And people want to say, oh, there's SEC bias. There's no SEC bias BS. Vegas knows Missouri's a 7-point favorite against Virginia, yet Virginia's ranked 19th and Missouri's not. Okay. There you go. I think you see what's going on there. And by the way, as if we didn't know already, the best running back in America, pure running back, is Ahmad Hardy, who plays at the University of Missouri. And the Virginia football coach came out and quickly said that too. He's like, just let me remind everybody, this is the best running back in America. Everybody who plays Ahmad Hardy says he's the best running back in America. Now, we love our own. Jeremiah Love out of St. Louis played his little league at Jennings. I coached against him. Know his family, know his dad. Then he played at CBC. And then he went to Notre Dame, and he's had a terrific 3-year run. Outstanding. The best all-around running back in America, in my humble opinion, splitting hairs, but the best actual true running back is Ahmad Hardy. And anybody that knows football knows that. The reason I say Jeremiah Love is the best all-around running back is because of what he can add in the passing game, where he can catch the ball and get out and do what he needs to do. He is a finalist for the Heisman, and I would love nothing more than to see him win. But the best pure running back in America wears black and gold, not blue and gold or green and gold. He is a Missouri football Tiger. And Ahmad Hardy and Jeremiah Love were both named All-Americans yesterday. So no surprise there. They're both wonderful, top-notch, great, whatever word you want to use, running backs. And both will be playing in the NFL. Jeremiah Love will be going this year, probably in the first round. And then after next season is when Ahmad Hardy will have his opportunity to leave and go to the NFL. Although something tells me he's going to be making some serious cash this year, right? Missouri is going to have to ante up to pay him in the current NIL system. And for all intents and purposes, and what I hear is, yeah, he's getting a big raise at Mizzou after the year that he has had. Just phenomenal when it comes to the things that he has been able to do for Mizzou. Other Mizzou news, depending upon what you believe, what you don't believe, one of those topics that's, had a lot of people talking is the Missouri offensive coordinator position. And is Kirby Moore going to leave? It was a contentious year for him. His head coach called him out at least 4 times towards the end of the season of not understanding play calling and things where they were. But now you've got a situation where it's being reported that Kirby Moore was in Washington State. He was at Pullman, Washington to interview. But then other sources, and Power Mizzou was reporting that he wasn't there. So we'll find out soon enough what's real and what isn't. But FanDuel was reporting that he arrived in Pullman to interview for their Washington State head coaching position. Is it true? Is it not true? And what's happening? And then, of course, what would Eli Drinkwitz do at Mizzou in regards to an offensive coordinator position? The other situation with that is this. There's been a lot of head coaching jobs that have come open and a lot of coaches going here, going there. And now you're going to have it. And now you have another position coach or possibly, I mean, at Michigan, who knows what's going to happen there? Do they just bring a new head coach in and keep the staff, or does a new head coach come in and bring other people? There's just a lot of those positions and people and coaches are set. But we will see if indeed Moore was there or not. But Gabe Yarman does a terrific job with Power Mizzou. The last I saw him post, and I could be wrong, was that he had a second source tell him that Kirby Moore was not at Washington State yesterday. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see where it all goes. So that's where you are there. Okay, that gets the site there. SLU Soccer, the men's team left yesterday. They play tomorrow night in the national semifinals against NC State. It is a game that SLU is capable of winning, and it would not necessarily be considered an upset. What will they go and do? This is a team that is hot as any. They're a team that's believing as much as any in America. A team that has had two big upsets in a row over number 11 Bryant, over number 14 Akron, road games. And last game, they were down 2-0 at half. And somehow, some way managed to score not one, not two, but three unanswered goals. The winning goal coming with about 3 minutes left to advance to the Final Four. It is wonderful from a St. Louis perspective to see the Billikens getting back to this point. And yes, we love our soccer here, and we should. And I'm grateful to see that. And at this point, while it's a great season, would I be disappointed to see him not win? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You get this far, finish the deal. Finish this deal and go win it all. And the Billikens will have that chance tomorrow night. That game will be on, I believe I saw it on ESPNU at 7:30. So a real cool opportunity for all of St. Louis, not just Billiken fans, to get behind the team and enjoy and watching all the things that are happening right now. If you want to join or jump in, you can do so on X, Facebook, and YouTube. So glad you guys are with us today. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., as you know. Wanted to also get into some of the things that are happening. We had some really cool stories that were going on when it comes to, helping people and things that, it just doesn't take that much. For example, a news story, local news story. There was a family, they were traveling over this holiday. Their car broke down on a highway in Missouri just days before, I guess, Thanksgiving. They were traveling from Illinois to Oklahoma to spend the holidays. Their car began smoking and just shut down at about 3 a.m. Dark highway. And during the government shutdown, they had missed a couple checks. So they were using their savings to go and make and see the family. So they had two children in the back seat. Didn't know anybody in Missouri. So they called a tow truck for help in Missouri. So Missouri State Highway Patrol and St. Louis County Police responded along with an Officer Billington, whom the family says is now their hero. Officer Billington contacted Big Boys Towing and Recovery, where driver Mike, he was a 20-year Coast Guard veteran, gave the family a free tow. And if anybody's ever been towed, you know that adds up. It can be hundreds of dollars. It is a total pain in the ass. You already know that. So despite the free tow, the family still couldn't afford a hotel. But then a nearby manager offered them a huge discounted room. So the relatives are now driving 6.5 hours from Oklahoma to pick them up. And this is so they can go watch this guy's younger brother join the Navy. So once again, we always talk about people in the Missouri area, in the St. Louis area helping. It's another example of good and people who do good in this area, not just from a charitable standpoint, but when people need help. And you saw another example of that yesterday, in this story that I read yesterday. And that's not it, but there are people who are doing things all around the area. Out in St. Charles, there's a group. They do a lot of work all the time, year round. So what am I talking about? Well, you have a group called the Bikers for Backpacks. And in St. Charles County, they provide what they call like a little mini Santa's workshop for kids that wouldn't have anything on Christmas or anything like this. But police officers in St. Charles County and volunteers put together more than 200 bicycles for local kids in need. And they do this all the time. Countless children in St. Charles County going to have a brighter holiday season because they're getting something that they probably wouldn't get elsewhere or anywhere else. They said, quote, "We get more out of this than anybody else does. We love doing it. We love giving." And you know, if you've given, the joy that you get, especially if you give without expecting to get something back, or when you help people that you know can't help you back. I've been helped in my life and I've helped others. And I'm telling you, the feeling is great both ways. And just another really, really just heartwarming story throughout our area of people, just trying to help and do what they can. Another group that's doing a ton of work throughout the year, not just the holiday season, is the Salvation Army. And they're asking for help. They see the need is greater than ever this year, especially after storms, the tornadoes that hit. They've had a lot more requests this year. They're said that they'll probably exceed helping over 10,500 children. And that's just to get toys. Just toys for the Christmas time, the holiday season. So what they're doing is they're literally sorting and stacking and packing the toys that they need now. They could use more, and they can always use help, not just for this holiday season, but also all throughout the year. The family's demands are huge. And obviously, you know what the Salvation Army does. They try to help everybody at every holiday season. They've got their angel tree, their toy town that's been a part of the community. I mean, over 4 decades. And they're leaning on the public to help them out. And they say it's not too late. I mean, literally, Christmas is 2 weeks from today. That's how close we are. That's how fast 2025. Dude, we're almost through 2025. Christmas in 2 weeks. So if you'd still like to join the Salvation Army and provide toys, they do have a wish list on Amazon and Walmart for St. Louis Salvation Army. And you can go check it out at stlsalvationarmy.org. stlsalvationarmy.org. You can provide a financial contribution as they try to meet the needs for families at Christmas time. So it's really easy to do this. And of course, they love it when you can help them. You can also just go to donate.stlsalvationarmy.org. Donate.stlsalvation.org. I mean, you can give a one-time gift. You can get on a monthly situation, small amounts, big amounts, whatever might work for you. But they're grateful for any help that you might be able to give them when it comes to that situation. Hey, Rye, you care if I sign you up for something called Love Island USA?
Yeah, I'll split the money with you when I win. Yeah.
I only heard about this recently. where St. Louis got selected. Why is Love Island USA coming to St. Louis looking for singles?
Because
This would be like the worst place to go.
No, it's not. Remember, this is the best place for single people to live. You don't remember that statistic?
No, I remember the story. I was like, what?
Yeah. They need to come out, bring me on.
Are you familiar with this show, Love Island USA?
I know some of my women friends who have watched it and stuff, but I have never sat down and said, hey, bro,
I don't even know what network it's on.
I've never watched Love Island a day in my life. I just know some of the characters because they trend on TikTok and stuff.
I've seen some previews somewhere. I don't know if it was on Netflix or Prime or YouTube TV, but why in the hell they've come to St. Louis to look for available singles, I have no idea. But the casting team for the reality show is hopeful of finding some residents. They're going to Fiji. Fiji. How about that? Literally, to sign up, you just go to loveislandusa.castingcrane.com. Once again, loveislandusa.castingcrane.com. Love Island. Oh, it's a Peacock original. Love Island USA. I can't imagine they're going to find a ton of just awesome singles here in the St. Louis area.
Yeah, I don't know if they would have to dig very deep.
Except you. We can put you on the show.
I don't think I'm Love Island material. These people look like models on that show, man.
Dude, I've already told you you're a good-looking young man.
But then I'd have to get a cut. Then I'd have to do all types of stuff. Nah.
Your dreads wouldn't work and the braids?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. It would work. Oh, I'd win. I know I would win. Yeah, I've seen the
dude. You're tall, dark, handsome, 6'4".
I know I would win. It's just the work that the guys have to put in to win is do I want to?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Those guys be having I'd have to work out for 6 months.
Oh, stop it! You're already in shape. Give me a.
They're on an island. It's Love Island, so you're walking around with your shirt off all the whole day.
Oh my god, this is great.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. So Love Island, looking for singles. If you want, go sign up. You can do that. Go look up the website. Look up St. Louis. If you or somebody you know wants to go on to Love Island USA. All right. Maybe they'll do the senior edition, and that would be one that I could sign up for. Hey, seriously, Hidden Valley Ski Resort set to begin next weekend already. They're opening a little early, though, for a special run this weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, they're open from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., literally Saturday and Sunday. General manager of Hidden Valley says the recent cold weather has allowed them to make some snow, prompting the idea to let people hit the slopes a little early. Why not? They've got a little bit of snow, so they're opening up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The official kickoff and the start will be next weekend. They've got hot chocolate out there, coffee, drinks, cookies while they last as well. So just making sure everybody knows that is going on. It's always a super popular place when they have snow. It's packed. Literally, it's packed. All right. Hey, when we come back, we're going to take a break. But when we come back, we're going to talk with our friend Brian Metzner of the St. Louis Hero Network on just a massive donation that they just made to St. Louis firefighters and getting all kinds of furniture in the houses. And also the 12 Bars charity and how things are shaping up with that. I don't think that's taken place yet. No. Brian, we'll check in with Brian. We'll also recap today's stories and headlines. We appreciate you jumping in with us here. This is Art City Now. That's producer Rye, soon to be of Love Island USA fame. I'm Vic Faust.
Shout out.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Happy Thursday, St. Louis morning. It is 7:35. I'm Vic Faust, producer Rise alongside as well. Appreciate you guys jumping in as we are here every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. All things St. Louis all the time. News, headlines, sports, entertainment, charities, businesses, you name it. We cover it. And of course, the national stories making headline and all the water cooler talk as well. It's going to be a little bit colder today and start to get colder for the weekend, but that doesn't mean you still can't have fun. That's for sure as we head into the weekend. By the way, Christmas just 2 weeks away. We spent a lot of time talking today about groups and charities and organizations doing whatever they can to help out in the St. Louis area. And there's one that's always doing something. It's our friend, Charlie Metzner of the St. Louis Hero Network. Charlie, thanks for joining us today. I love the story. And people really need to get on your website and check it out to see everything that you guys are involved in, because you guys have already just donated brand new furniture to all the houses throughout the St. Louis area for the firefighters. How many total houses were you guys able to do this for?
Good morning, Vic. We were able to do it for the 30 houses within the normal St. Louis city limits, and then the 2 that are out at the airport.
So you guys, I mean, how much total? I mean, I did see that you had, and by the way, number one, the work that you do, and we always say it, and it's not just to say it because you're supposed to, but thank you for what you do for the St. Louis area for first responders. I know they're very happy for what you've been able to do. You're a firefighter and you saw a need, you jumped in on it, and the rest has been history. It's been absolutely amazing what you've done over the years, but you've also got some help. And I did see, and I read that you had Kettle River Furniture stepping up and providing some money as well.
Yeah, so we raised $160,000 for new Serta office chairs, Flex Steel couches, Lazy Boy recliner. The mattresses, that was like beginning of the year. We purchased over 200, and the city budget found some money, kicked in, and purchased the rest of them. But we raised $160,000, and then with the additional donation from Kettle River Furniture of $45,000, we were able to push over $200,000 worth of furniture, which I just named, into these 32 St. Louis City firehouses.
How bad was it before you were able to bring this furniture in?
Well, we I don't know if you saw the report, but I mean, we joke about, like dragging furniture in from the alley and using it, but we're kidding, but not really. I mean, I know that's probably happened in the past, and usually we just get hand-me-downs, really. And they break and they're old already. So,
once again, can you remind people of the best website where people can go to see all of the functions that you're involved with and how they can help as well?
Yeah, see, that's the crazy thing. Like you said, we always try to seek ways to serve the community and our first responders in every kind of way. And what you just mentioned is go to our website and search for a business that's owned by a first responder and veteran here locally. And we have over 200 businesses in there. And it's not just service business like handyman and stuff like that. It's like, car sales, financial advisors. I mean, anything you can think of that's owned by a local first responder veteran is on there. And it's a resource and marketplace for first responders, veterans, and the public alike.
Well, I mean, I just love that thing, because if you don't bring attention to something like that in these engine houses, the public doesn't know. The only people that really know something like that are the people who are there sitting on something that looks like it came from the street for a first responder. So job well done from that standpoint. I mean, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money to raise, but somehow, some way, you continue to do it. Your group continues to do it. You get the generous donations of people all throughout the St. Louis area that continue to support your cause. So I saw that. I wanted to get you on just to remind people of going to the website to see everything that is there with St. Louis Hero Network. stlouisheronetwork.org. Once again, stlouisheronetwork.org. Talking with the director, Brian Metzner. Okay, it's like your job never finishes. You finish one, and you continue to move to the next one. And we've got the 12 Bars of Charity coming up. It's this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, you can go to our website, STLHeroNetwork.com.
And .com. I thought it was .org.
Yeah. It's .com. You go to our featured events, and you can grab a sweatshirt. 12 Bars of Charity. There's 9 charities. We're humbled to be there with Stray Rescue, Make a Wish, St. Jude, and 5 others. And your sweatshirt is who you support, and it's your ticket to the event. So this year we're Team Charcoal Gray, and so it's a friendly competition. So we're trying to beat all these other nonprofits. We never finished worse than 5th, and that was our first year, like 6 years ago. So we're always in the top 4. We always just try to win, and it's the same reason why we do what we do, and with everything that we do, like the furniture thing, it was not everything. Not charitable has to be a surrounding tragedy or like a death or someone getting hurt or injured. Sometimes it's just a feel good thing and making a difference, and that's what this Hero Network is about. Is we're just there simply to make a difference in any kind of way.
Well said from that standpoint. I'm also looking at, I also went to the 12barsofcharity.com website to look at all of the sweatshirts. I like your sweatshirt, St. Louis Hero Network. So can you explain to people, just in case if they didn't get it, what separates first place from last place, if there is such a thing as last place when it comes to this charitable contest?
How many sweatshirts?
No, it's the sweatshirts, the amount of sweatshirts that are purchased. Because you said you guys have never finished lower than such and such place.
Yeah, I mean, Stray Rescue has never lost, even when this event was held in Clayton. People love pets sometimes more than people.
No, they do. Say. Well, pets don't talk back.
Right. So, I think Stray Rescues has raised, I forgot the amount of sweatshirts. I would assume it's like 3,000 at this point, but they've raised, I looked at the numbers yesterday, about 60,000. And then the last place team, I won't name them, but the last place team has probably raised about 12 or 14,000. So there's a disparity there. We're kind of like on an island right now in like a 5th, 6th place. No one's near us, below us, or above us. So it's going to take a lot. We need a big push to take over the next rank.
St. Louis Hero Network.com, St. Louis or STL Network. STL
Hero Network.
Hero Network.com. Check out the website, buy the sweatshirts up. And here's the other thing. If you buy the sweatshirts, number one, you're helping out. Number two, we talked about there's nothing or feeling that's like giving and knowing what you're doing for first responders in the area. And second of all, can you talk about the event? And
yeah,
I mean, that it sounds like a damn good time.
Well, it's party with a cause. I mean, as of yesterday, we've sold like 16,000 sweatshirts. So,
oh my gosh,
to give you an idea. So there's 20,000 people that are going to submerge onto the St. Louis area here. So it's downtown, Stu Lord and the Grove bars. It's 2 to 6. There's shuttles that go to all the bars, out of Ballpark Village. Ballpark Village is our headquarters, the main area there. So they buy like 60 sweatshirts alone from us every year and give them, so that they're a huge partner and sponsor throughout the year.
I think I see 36 participating venues, which is insane.
Yeah, I knew it was 30 something. I knew.
Oh my
gosh, it was 30 plus.
I mean, Brian, 36 venues, is 4 hours enough?
No, so these bars still continue to and the party continues all night long, just like anything, just like Mardi Gras or St. Patty's Day. The party don't end when the event ends; it ends when people decide to go home.
Yeah, well said. Much well said. Hey, by the way, I know we talked about what you guys did from a standpoint when it comes to the firehouses and getting the new furniture. And then obviously the 12 Bars of Charity event, which is going on Saturday. Is there anything that people can start to look forward to or something else that's going on that we can promote while we have you on?
Yeah, we're about to launch, and we'll be under our feature events in the next few days, Bourbon for Badges. And we're doing that with the St. Louis Blues Warriors. So we'll have some blues players there at the event. It's at Tapawingo every year, February 27th. And it's a bourbon tasting, but we're kind of evolving, and we're making it like a bourbon, wine, and beer tasting. But it's my favorite event of the year. It's so much fun. Reed Lowe is always the MC, and auctioneer. He does a fabulous job.
Yes,
He's
he
the
does.
only one who can talk about the St. Louis Hero Network, I feel like, and do it justice more than me, because he gets people so excited no matter what he's talking about.
And you like bourbon, so it makes
I
sense.
We just had that bourbon raffle the other day. 6 bottles of Pappy I just gave out last night to
Oh
a
my
doctor
gosh.
who lives in the Grove. So,
Oh my gosh, I'd love to hear it. And by the way, how many years strong have you been doing this now?
which one?
St. Louis Hero Network.
Oh, St. Louis Hero Network. I started in January 2018 when me and my wife decided not to move to Las Vegas to be first responders. And I felt like I had to do something beyond being a firefighter to impact the community. I had to take something to the next level. So January 2018, I started. We launched on my birthday, June 23rd, 2018. And we've been trying to seek ways to make a difference ever since, with the main mission of promoting and supporting first responder and veteran-owned businesses here locally.
And if people have any sort of ideas to continue the great work that you do to help first responders, I'm sure that you're all ears.
Oh yeah, like whenever someone says, "Hey, I want to meet and talk about what you do, or I want to tell you about what I'm doing," I always say yes. Because it's called the St. Louis Hero Network for a reason.
Absolutely.
You have to network.
Well, you're doing a terrific job. You have done a terrific job for a long time. We appreciate you taking time with us. Have some fun on Saturday, my friend, and continue the great work. Brian Metzer with the St. Louis Hero Network.
Charlie.
Why did I say Brian? So I was looking down at Charlie. We're friends. My God, forgive me. I was looking down here. I'm running the ship by myself in here right now, looking around, and I was like, "Oh."
I did want to say one more funny thing before.
Please.
So the mattresses, the funny, you said, we look around, trying to make a difference. The mattresses were brand new 27 years ago, and they were from a prison grant. So they were prison grade mattresses that were just absolutely disgusting after 27 years of being in a city firehouse. And that's what spurred all of it. And it spurred not just the mattress part of it, which we got help from the city, like after the fact I started it. But then, and then I said, well, how can I pivot? So yeah, it's crazy how nasty those.
Did you say
20?
Charlie? Did you say 27 years?
27-year-old prison grade.
Oh my God! Oh my God! That's embarrassing. But I'm glad that you guys were able to take care of that.
Well, most guys bought their own.
Okay, I gotcha. But you shouldn't have to do that.
Right.
My gosh.
So,
Charlie, we appreciate it, buddy. Have a great day, good weekend. Okay.
Thanks, Vic.
All righty. Bye bye. Charlie Metzner with the St. Louis Hero Network, just kicking butt out in the St. Louis area for first responders. And we just really appreciate the work that he's done. And of course, we try to promote him as best as we possibly can when that's going on too. I'm going to have to yell really loud so we can turn that off. Hold on one quick second, guys. Dave, I need some help, guys. Dave, I need help. It's always great doing live radio. We have a phone call we just ended an interview and we got boop, boop, boop. Oh, it just finally ended. Okay, so the call went over. And of course, when you're doing live radio and podcasting, sometimes that happens. We just had a guest on since I called the boss in. And when he hung up, we had the sound of doot, 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 doot. That's why I called the boss in, because I said I was in here doing some things by myself. So thank you, boss. We appreciate you coming in. Yeah. But Charlie Metzner is unmatched with the work that he does with first responders all throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. We appreciate you guys being here as always. 7:49 on this Thursday morning, Art City Now. I'm Vic Faust. You can always watch us, stream us, jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Well, once again, X, Facebook, and YouTube as we promote the stories that are going on around the St. Louis area. And of course, we were talking about some of the things that are happening throughout the St. Louis area when it comes to the amazing, and I mean amazing work that's being done all throughout the area. And we're grateful for you guys being here and doing that too. We were talking about the charities. The Salvation Army could also use your help right now. Promotion to the Bikers for Backpacks event. They took care of the kids out in St. Louis, St. Charles County, rather, where we were trying to promote the things that are going on. The tow truck driver, the hotel that helped people come through St. Louis. It doesn't take much to help people out. Okay, once again, in the final minutes before we wrap up here today, when we promote the things that are going on tonight, you have the Blues in action, 7 p.m. Well, they're in Nashville for a huge event, so they've got that going on tonight. Let's get the Blues back on track somehow, some way. And then you've also got the Mizzou basketball, Alabama State tonight. They've got their game going on. Also, SLU men's soccer getting back to action tomorrow night. You've got the NFL, Tampa hosting Atlanta, really with a must-win situation. They're now tied in their division at 7-6 in the NFL, so nobody can really lose. That division is not great, but Baker Mayfield and company doing the best that they can do to keep going. One of the stories that's going to gain some national headlines, it's not a St. Louis story, but it's a national story, is what happened to the former Michigan football coach, Sharon Moore, fired with cause by the athletic director, Wade Manuel. They came out and said that the University of Michigan head football coach, Sharon Moore, has been terminated with cause, effective immediately following a university investigation. Credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a female staff member. This conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and the University of Michigan maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. Biff Poggi has been appointed head football coach in an interim capacity, effective immediately, as Michigan will figure out what they're trying to do with their coaching search. Now, that was the first thing. The second part of the story that made it even more complex and sad is the fact that after this, about an hour, maybe 2 hours later, a call came into police alleging that Sharon Moore had just assaulted somebody. So that person, who they're keeping the name quiet right now. There's some thought it could be his mistress. He is married with 3 young kids. So that's what made it even worse. But he then took off, later turned himself in, and was then charged with assault. So just a wild, crazy situation going on at Michigan. They had just kind of gotten over the cheating scandal on the field when it came to the stealing of signals, and they did have to pay a small price for that. Sharon Moore was handpicked by Jim Harbaugh. He'd only been the offensive coordinator for 2 years. Younger coach, and this has happened now. So they're moving on. Now we'll have to see what happened with the alleged assault, and then you kind of move it from there. So all of this coming out, it had been a situation that had been talked about. The media members knew about this, but nobody reported it. The school has known about this for quite some time. So they got through signing day, and then they brought this forward a week after signing day. So there's a lot of layers to that story that are going on right now. And Michigan is now without their head coach. Players will decide whether they stay, leave, whatever the case may be. But you're going to hear a lot about that coming up in regards. This isn't the first time it's happened with coaches. Michigan State had an issue a few years ago, and it probably won't be the last one. But unfortunately, a family has been destroyed, kind of rocked by the news that came out with that situation. So it is what it is. Those things can go down. And now there is it's become a legal situation as well, with an alleged assault by the coach right after he was fired by the University of Michigan. Okay, we have packed a ton into the show today, and we appreciate you guys being with us. That is for sure. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., of course. All things St. Louis all the time. Love it when you guys jump on X, Facebook, and YouTube. It's going to be a colder day today. It's going to get colder as we head into the weekend, but it is getting towards the end of December. Though those kinds of things happen. By the way, Hot Take Central 2.0 is coming up next. Jim the Cat Hayes, the Cardinals broadcaster, can talk. Cardinals winter training or the winter meetings have been fairly uneventful. Yeah, but it's not just for St. Louis. It's kind of been all around the majors when it comes to trades and so forth. Plus, Cam Jansen, the former Blue, they'll take you from 8 to 10 o'clock today. Then you've got the Co-Found Her show coming up at 10 o'clock to 11. And then every day it's Charlie Tuna and the Posse. They'll be bringing you the latest on other stories as well. I'm sure they'll be talking about the Sharon Moore situation at Michigan and others. And of course, once again, we thank Charlie Metzner for coming in and talking to us and promoting all the things that they are doing with the St. Louis Hero Network, STLHeroNetwork.com, STLHeroNetwork.com, and of course, the 12 Bars of Charity event going on this weekend from 2 to 6. Down in Soulard and Grove. Check it out. Lots going on there as well. And of course, we appreciate you guys jumping in with us today. So for producer Rye, I'm Vic Faust. There's challenges every day. We move through. You do whatever you can. And of course, we're grateful. If you guys have any ideas for stories, interviews, things of that nature that you want to see, just please let us know. And of course, we'll do that. The boys are jumping at the bit to get in here, so we're going to give them that. Are we too early, or do I need to fill a little? Yes, we have 20. The duck. Another 20. By the way, if you didn't hear the update earlier, you've got Hidden Valley. If you're skiers, they're opening up this Saturday and Sunday, 11 to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. And then they officially open for the season the following weekend. So skiers, you have it there. Guys, for producer Rye, I'm Vic Faust. Stay positive. Have a great day. We'll catch up with you tomorrow.